Hi friends, in Planet Earth Dating, it's Thursday, January 7th, 2016. Ra and Black Wolf here in the Lynn-Life, Betty Jean in the Jamie Body Mind, other teammates in other dimensions, most of us in the subatomic, and most of us in the physical. We also have many other presences here who are not team members because they are not living by search for truth rules. They are trespassers, they are body snatchers. We believe that we'll be continuing to work with them since that's what we've been working with all day today. The videoed portions of today's efforts are likely to continue that focus. We could, of course, be wrong because we are putting our channels up, and as always, our intention is to follow the instructions from wiser minds above to specifications in every moment and do what is ours to do in order to manifest the divine plan no matter what anyone else does or doesn't do. With that, the videoed portions of today's efforts begin. I see someone approaching a podium with a prepared presentation, and it has the sense of someone important speaking to a press conference.
That's true.
And this message doesn't bring this person great joy.
No.
They aren't happy by what they have to say, but the truth is still the truth.
That's true.
There's something in it about windows of opportunity opening and closing, and about burdens of proof shifting.
That's true.
And about how looking at a previous window that has closed after it closed can get us turned backwards on our soul plan.
That's true.
And be real hazards on our own course. And when a window closes, the most important thing we can do is turn forward again and look for the next window, the next opportunity, and go for it like our hair is on fire because we just missed one window.
That's true.
And so to get the next one, and if we have to dive through it, but make that next window of opportunity. And this very sad person, whoever he is saying to many presences who have been apparently members of the viewing community, that old window of opportunity closed a long time ago.
That's true.
And hanging on to the pretense that the window of opportunity is there doesn't make it be there.
That's true.
Pause. It seems that what he is saying is that these presences who are, I guess, in non-physical, perhaps they're simply in larger physical dimensions.
That could be.
Perhaps they consider us subatomic. That they have been aware of us for way too long without taking appropriate action, that they have known of this project of spirit for a really long time and have not done anything to help. They're treating manifesting the divine plan like a spectator sport, and that is completely, absolutely 100% inappropriate.
That's
inappropriate.
True.
That it's reasonable to have a small period of time of observation during which time the viewer is supposed to assess whether or not he or she actually wants to participate in a search for truth and in a project to manifest the divine plan to help all beings live their soul plans, creating lives of joy and worlds that work. And after a certain point in time, it is no longer appropriate to simply be viewing the videos, and at that point in time the person is expected to, they're using a very colorful phrase that means make a decision, do one thing or the other.
That's true.
I hear a bell ringing. It's decision time. You know what this reminds me of? It was more than a year ago when it was time for souls who had multiple lives going to choose the life and put all their soul energy into that one life and cut the others loose. Choose the puppy. Choose the puppy. This has the same feeling as that it's decision time. It's decision time in or out. What do I know? I know that unless we have our channels up, it's impossible to hear wiser minds above. And I also know that actions speak louder than words, and I know that if we don't intend to get our channels up, that we become real hazards on the course really fast.
That's true.
And what shows that we intend to get our channels up, when we have never done that before, and we have well-formed channels in the God position, quote unquote, of just resting down on those mere mortals around us.
That's true.
While we conveniently forget to keep looking up to higher sources and wiser minds. If we don't shave off those existing channels, shave our heads basically, then we're showing by our actions that we don't intend to follow the instructions from wiser minds above, much less to specifications, much less in every moment.
That's true.
So what we would say to all presences who appear to want to wear the Search for Truth team member pin or Search for Truth community pin,
yes,
is first things first, shave your heads and have them shaved for a long period of time.
That's true.
Like novitiates in many spiritual traditions. This is not uncommon. This is done in Buddhism and Hinduism and some sects of Christianity.
That's true.
Shave your heads. Shave your channels off and grow new ones straight up. And how do we grow new ones? We grow new ones by the questions we ask. When we put our focus up and ask, what now? What now? And when we live stream up, here's what's happening around here when we're reporting our actions to wiser minds above. That helps grow channels up. When we're asking questions of wiser minds above, what now? That helps grow channels up. When we're asking other questions like, how high do we have to reach to find a presence with enough integrity to actually manifest the divine plan? And then really try and sense, like feel our little antenna fingers checking it out.
That's true.
That helps to draw the channels up. And what really, really helps is self-reporting our own errors, live streaming up. Look at this mistake I made. And it can be a mistake that we made a really long time ago, or mistakes that we're making currently, or patterns of errors.
That's true.
But to self-report our own errors is very helpful in growing the channels, in growing them up. Who among us hasn't made a boatload of errors? Let's all do this right now. Start live streaming up our errors. I see Black Wolf walking around and he's unplugging things, disconnecting things. These are plugged into inappropriate areas of the energy body, and they don't seem to have grown. They seem to have been implanted, plugged
That's
in.
True.
And Black Wolf, not surprisingly, is really fed up with arrogant idiots from above. I'm paraphrasing his more colorful phrases.
That's true.
He's fed up with them interfering with the work that's going on here. And that's not surprising, given that he was the topic of the, quote, Black Wolf experiment, unquote, in which these larger presences he's referring to very colorfully broke his channels at the crucial point when he was being sent out to do a crucial job. Broke his channels and twisted them so they would stay broken and down, just to, quote, test these statements, test our statements that it's essential to have channels up. Conveniently ignoring 26 years worth of documentation.
That's true.
So Black Wolf's had it, and he has been our security expert for a long time, and he's on it now to get rid of these people. And he's saying very clearly and speaking slowly as if to idiots.
That's true.
Being present in this pillar does not make you a team member. Following the rules is what makes you a team member. Intending to do the work as assigned by wiser minds above to specifications in every moment is one of the intentions that gives a signal that you may be a team member.
That's true.
Intending to honor the needs of the greater good over the needs of yourself and people like you is another signal that shows you intend to be a member of the Search for Truth community and follow the rules.
That's true.
Quick check. Novitiates need shaved heads, and if they don't, if there's anybody here who's been here less than a month and doesn't have a shaved head, they don't intend to get their channels up.
That's true.
They intend to do something else. That will get out this fresh crop of fakers.
That's
Right.
true.
Okay. And all those boots on the ground that they jumped in
That's
while
true. Boxes and boxes of boots.
while pretending that they're the answer to our prayers when they aren't following the rules. And we've clearly said, stay out unless you intend to follow the rules.
That's true.
So they just ignore all that, pretend that they're the answer to our prayers. You're not fooling wiser minds above you. You're outed as something really disgusting. I don't know what it is to pretend to be an answer to a prayer and in reality be a hazard on the course in a project of spirit, but I
That's
wouldn't.
really bad.
That's really
karma.
bad. I wouldn't want that karma.
No.
You can right now correct the error.
That's true.
I feel like some people do and they go, boom!
I do.
And friends, if you find yourself screened out or squeezed out and deposited at the base of thing 2, and that surprises you, then make a note to self and adjust your attitude. The front door is always open. You can approach through the front door. The approach tunnel tunes to the greater good programming. The needs of the greater good matter more than the needs of any individual or group. And it tunes to an intention to define oneself as a member of the Search for Truth team. And it tunes for intentions to do the work as assigned by wiser minds above to specifications in every moment. And it tunes for intentions to sort most true from least true and right away burn least true on any topic. It's giving you a boost, an energy boost, if you want to come back and try again, so that when you walk in the front door, which is down below sea level, that you'll have a chance of turning over a new leaf. But there's still choice in every moment, and you have to choose to follow the rules. And to those who are viewing and do not intend to participate, we make a very strong request right now. Turn it off. You're really hurting yourself really badly by viewing, manifesting the divine plan as a spectator sport, or even worse, by viewing with intent to manipulate for your own selfish needs. You are racking up such bad karma. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't hurt yourself that way. Stop. Join in or stop. If you're wanting to help, help. If you don't want to help, click off. This doesn't apply to new viewers. This is for those who have been viewing for day after day, week after week, month after month, and not participating. What do you mean by participating? Oh, I don't know. Let's ask. Well, first things first, we must be practicing Search for Truth rules for ourselves where we are.
That's true.
That's what has been said. That was what was said to the group that had Kosa,
Kosa,
Ulysses, and
Ulysses.
Ratu. As the instructions from Wiser Minds Above were, start right where you are, practicing the Search for Truth rules, and if you want to do more, then you will have a chance to do more. But start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. Where you are is where you are. What you have is a lot of information about the Search for Truth rules, and what you can do is apply those Search for Truth rules for yourself. We just did a really quick rundown on some of the Search for Truth rules, because that's what's being tuned for in the approach tunnel. And so to just start right where you are in your own life, applying these techniques. Channels up and begin.
So here's one thing I notice.
Yes.
There are a lot of viewing presences who are saying, but I have my channels up. I
No,
have
you
my
don't.
channels
No,
up.
you
And
don't.
they don't.
You don't. That's incorrect. Shave your heads, shave your channels, shave them off. Your channels aren't up. Look, I can do it. Well, there's somebody with one channel up, but lots of channels
Most of them are globby and heavy.
They're flat.
And you can tell, because if you try and lift them with your hands, you can feel them heavy on your hands
feel
like
them.
that.
Feel
Right
them.
there.
Flip your assumption. You assume you have your channels up while your actions prove otherwise.
Yeah.
Assume you don't have your channels up. Just actually assume you don't have your channels up. This is a new configuration. It doesn't even make any sense for you to assume that you would have your channels up.
Exactly.
This is a new configuration. This has been a channels out series of dimensions since inception.
That's true.
Inception. This is a new configuration. You're saying things that don't even make sense.
No. Oh, now they're all angry.
Yes,
angry,
please go
angry.
away. Go away. And listen, you have full warning, and Black Wolf is not happy with you and people like you right now.
That's true.
And he has the ability to go on rampages with a lot of energy behind him, and in this case, probably divine wind.
That's true.
Please leave. Go away. We're supposed to reiterate how long it takes, how much concerted effort you can expect it to take to develop a new energy body configuration. You can expect it will take 3 to 5 years, 3 to 5 years of heavily supervised concerted effort. If you aren't participating in a way that requires you to have heavily supervised activities, then you just take it as your working theory that you don't have the alignment. And try again. Start again.
Right now.
I'm going to ask for specifically for those people who came in those boxes of boots last night to be removed.
That's true.
Specifically shining the light on them and all those boots, every single last pair of boots out. And I see some boots trying to walk away and hide, and those people mark them with red paint or something.
That's true.
We've made it as clear can be, that this is not their right place and they are body snatching.